that play of the game?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think the play of the game is we couldn't get off the field on third down, against their two tights, stacked eye offense. I mean, that was the deal. I mean, that kind of play right there is just, that happens in football. Ball bounces off a kid's shoulder pad. No problem. I thought, we played with a sense of urgency there when we had to, but we just, like I said, we couldn't get off the field when we needed to. They converted their third and shorts, fourth and shorts, and when you have a team that controls the ball like that, then that's kind of tough. Then it makes you, a little antsy when you have the ball offensively. Tried to be patient with what we had, and I thought we moved it pretty well. I mean, we tried to get the ball to Mark and Spencer and let them run with it a little bit, and that worked out well. So
those wide receiver screens really killed them for a while. Can you talk about that a little? I mean, you probably had like 6-7 plays.
Right. Well, they played deep to protect against a long ball, so we saw that, and they were bringing pressure up front. So the part of the field that's open is, inside, behind the defensive line and in front of the secondary, and we had to keep going that. And that actually is, a lot of those are like 3 plays that can be run at once. It's the quarterback's decision. He can give it, run it, throw it. So Timmy did a good job of getting it out there, and then those guys are pretty good with the ball in their hands. So yeah, that was a big part of what we did.
How disappointing is this loss to you?
Well, obviously it's disappointing. But what I told the guys right now, this is week 1 of the CBC. There's 6 more games left, and our disappointment can't last very long because we got to play Kinston next week, which is a great rivalry for us. So obviously, anytime you're unsuccessful, you're disappointed. We've got to go back and look at the film tomorrow, find out where we can get better in practice this week, and be ready to play. I mean, for some of these guys, they haven't lost a game in a while. So that's an adjustment. I said, welcome to reality. But, this is a tough league, and you got to be ready to go, and Kinston's not going to care what we did or didn't do, so we'll be ready to go next week.
Were you surprised at how much power running they did?
I figured that's what they would do against us because they did that against Twinsburg. They did that against Twinsburg, and that was kind of my concern as to would we be able to get off the field, if they ran the ball, and we did at times, but we didn't enough. We didn't enough.
And Mark, how they had a couple big plays on 3rd and long,
right? Yeah, that
were backbreakers.
Yeah, I was just disappointed in us a little bit. We had, anytime we knew Nick Civillo was in motion, he's going to run the counter. I mean, we yelling it all week long, and we just didn't make the play when we had to. He's pretty electric. I like Nick, and so that was a little disappointing. Once again, when you have a team in 3rd down situation, I bet our statistics, our percentage was not good, and their punter only came out, once maybe.
And Mark, too, losing a guy like Garneau, who's anchor of your defense, middle linebacker, have to move guys around. How does that affect the defense?
Well, and then Kurt Vidmer went down with a hip pointer, so our 235-pound middle linebacker and our 205-pound weak side linebacker are out. So, yeah, I mean, it was a little bit of a mismatch, and our guys are in there, fighting and scrapping and giving it everything they could. So, proud of them for that effort.